Hello everyone, this is Hunt SD here, and today we are going to be predicting the next chapter of RWBY. RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 12. I am honestly very scared to see this next episode of RWBY Volume 5. I am very nervous of what's going to be happening. We could get possibly Weinstein in this next episode. I'm just honestly, guys, I'm scared. Like, I am virtually scared to begin with. Because most people are actually saying that if Weiss officially dies in Volume 5, Chapter 12, they might not stop, they might not watch the show anymore. Even if she does die, I'm still going to be continuing with it. Just because I love the show too much, I just can't stop. Like, honestly, I love the show a lot. There was some episodes of Volume 5 that were pretty bad to say the least, but other than that, it's been really fun, this volume. And fun is a very strong word to say, especially after watching this one here. It's just with this episode, and especially with coming from Chapter 12, I am very scared. So here's my prediction. One, we're going to find out if Weiss dies or not. I really hope she doesn't, but I can actually see the writers actually killing her off in this next episode. And it's highly possible that they could be actually doing that and going on with it. Next thing, I really hope that she's on. Wow, I can't say words apparently today. I really hope we get to see John's semblance in this next episode as well. I'm guessing it's going to be a healing ability, so you can find some way to save Weiss and make sure she still stays in the show because she is the main character after all, so it kind of makes sense. Or they can have something else and have Osmond be a time turner, and then he can go back in time if he ever needs to. But the only issue with that is the fact that he's draining power and losing power as time progresses every time he fails. So that, I wonder if he can do that. Why didn't he do that before during the Battle of Beacon? It seems a little bit. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to have John's semblance be a healing ability, and that he can heal people from the dead, or he can save their life before they die out. But I think what they should be doing with this is that he only has it for one-time use, and if he does use it, his aura will drain, so it's not as overpowered as it probably could be, because that was very also a risk to do with the story as well. If someone is like a healing ability, but you kind of gotta really downgrade it, or just make it overpowered as hell. That's the one thing they should really focus on. Like, okay, how do we not make this overpowered? One, they could do make sure that if he does use it once, his aura is gone permanently for right now anyway. Like, his aura drains. And also he cannot heal himself. I hope that's also another ability that he can't do. It's just with others around him. But it also could be possible that he has a shield semblance as well. Some people are suggesting that. Some people also suggesting polarity, even though that seems kind of weird considering the fact that semblances are unique in this show, so that doesn't really quite make sense at this point in time. But hey, we'll see. I also hope we get to see more of the Fall of Haven. We could also be seeing Blake and company coming to go defend, but we probably won't see them until the final episode of the volume, because their arc is pretty much finished until we get to that point, at least once the Fall of Haven truly begins. And it has begun, and I hope we get to see more of it. I hope we also get to see Yang seeing Adam for the first time in probably like a year. And at this point, facing her fears, trying to get rid of her PTSD. So I think once she kills Adam or truly defeats him in a 1v1, her PTSD might go away at this point in time. I think that would be the route they're probably going to be going with it. With this volume, I hope it's this chapter or chapter 12 or chapter 13 is when they finally meet. But they'll probably say with like Blake and Yang and Adam fight, they'll probably do that. I was really expecting a song sample to come out last episode because we kind of got a hint of a soundtrack a little bit, but we didn't get like lyrics. So I also really hope that we get a song sample because it's been a long time since I did a lyric video and I really want to do one. And I just love the Volume 5 soundtrack so much, and I don't want to wait until the final episode to get like a full song or two from the soundtrack for the end credit scene. But we'll see. I hope we get a song sample, even though we've been, especially with the character shorts, we got so many song samples and it was great, and I'm really looking forward to the soundtrack. One thing I also want to see is more of Ruby's silver eyes, because we did get to see it in the Mighty Engine for the very first time last episode, and it was it was cool to see it, but it was only for like a split second. So I wonder if once Ruby gets out of conscience, she's gonna go berserk on everyone, and especially Cinder, on her game. That would be really cool to see. Just her like fight Cinder with her silver eyes after she notices that Weiss possibly died, because that would be a really traumatic moment for her, especially. I also hope we're going to see more of Hazel, because I really want to know why Ozpin seems to fear Hazel. That is very interesting. It's like, out of everyone from Salem's Game and everyone, he seems to feel Hazel the most, way more than Salem, at least from what I'm understanding. And I wonder why. Maybe it's the fact that Hazel was actually the one who killed Summer, or at least had a major part in all of that, or he was also a teammate of his back when, in his other life, that he had a teammate and there was Hazel, and he learned to trust him, and he told him pretty much mostly everything. And at some point in his life, he betrays him, possibly kills one of his best friends. But that must have been in his other form of body to make sense with the whole age thing. But I am looking forward to this week's chapter. I'm very scared of what's going to happen, because this episode was phenomenal with Chapter 11. It was great. And I'm wondering, like, okay, how are they going to beat Chapter 11? I think the one thing they could work on was the fighting sequences, because the other ones kind of felt pretty lazy, especially with actually reusing the intro fights and then implementing it with Yang versus Mercury and Hazel, Noah and Ren. That it felt a little bit off, so I hope we get some better fights in this next episode as well. I'm sure in every episode from now on we're going to be getting some form of fighting. And I think probably the best is hopefully this next fight it's not going to like dramatically kill someone off, but we'll see. I hope Weiss doesn't get killed off. I really hope. Even though somebody was saying like, no, she's a main character. It's like, yeah, but in reality, no one's really a main character, especially in this show, because even the main character doesn't really have that much attention. And that's very strange for most considerate shows, that the main character doesn't get a lot of attention, so pretty much everyone's its own main character, and no one really has specifically plot armor, because you can definitely tell the writers don't care about plot armor. And so it makes sense for them to move on with the story, so if they do kill off Weiss, I think that would be the better move, but we'll see. Because it's definitely going to bring out, if she does die, it's going to bring out the more tension in the fights later on, as well with storytelling, and makes it the tension of the fights way more better as time goes on. Because if I know nothing about the characters, like, or why they are fighting or what their motivations are, I'm not going to specifically care at all what happens in the end of the fight. And also sorry for the barking. I don't know why dogs barking. Shut up. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next episode. What do you guys think is going to happen in Chapter 12? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section box below. And then leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future videos like these. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.